The crypto market now has no shortage of bad news. So if you see titles like this, instantly you will guess it has to have something to do with FTX. Well, you are correct. Welcome to the Coin Junior channel, and today I'm gonna explain the whole Genesis and Grayscale conundrum, okay? I'm gonna go through the timeline and I'm gonna break it down very simple and easy for you to understand. So let's get to it. So today, on the 22nd of November, Genesis bankruptcy jitters send Bitcoin to fresh low. The troubled crypto investment bank is in talks with potential investors for at least $1 billion in fresh capital. It is currently facing the threat of being bankrupt, okay? Days after its lending unit was forced to halt withdrawals in wake of the collapse of crypto exchange FTX, Genesis Global Trading has mentioned bankruptcy as a potential option as it seeks fresh capital. Alright, Genesis sought funding from Binance and Apollo Global Management, and that Binance actually declined to invest. Okay, they declined to help FTX, they declined to help Genesis. So I feel like Genesis has been doing something shady that Binance doesn't like, or it is just simply potential conflicts of interest. I have no idea. It is what it is, guys. The initial news sent Bitcoin to fresh 2-year low of $15,480, but the price has fully recovered back to where it was before. And this is what Genesis, a representative from Genesis said. We have no plans to file bankruptcy imminently. Our goal is to resolve the current situation consensually without the need for any bankruptcy filing. Genesis continues to have constructive conversation with creditors, okay? It is facing a threat of bankruptcy and it is searching for investors to help with their liquidity crunch, okay? So let's quickly take a look at the price of Bitcoin right here. Why Bitcoin? I'm gonna explain it in a few minutes why Bitcoin plays a huge part in this story, okay? You can see it is still trading at the $15,000 area. You know, everything is looking pretty dire, but I got a bag, guys. I got a bag, okay? So this is where it all began. Genesis Trading, crypto lending arm, pauses withdrawals and new loans as it faces a liquidity crunch, okay? Because a lot of people are running away from Genesis Global Capital because it has something to do with FTX, okay? After the downfall of FTX, Genesis Global Capital, they actually announced that they are affiliated with FTX in some way, okay? So you can see right here, this comes after the collapse of hedge fund Three Arrows Capital and crypto exchange FTX. Alright, Genesis announcement sparks industry fear. The company said that the default of failed crypto hedge fund Three Arrows Capital forced it to take measures to improve liquidity and de-risk its books. However, the FTX collapse prompted a flurry of withdrawals that challenged its available liquidity. A lot of the people are rushing away from centralized exchanges, causing it to have shortage of liquidity, which means money, okay, to continue to run their operations. The default of 3AC negatively impacted the liquidity and duration profiles of our lending entity Genesis Global Capital. However, FTX has created unprecedented market turmoil, resulting in abnormal withdrawal requests which have exceeded our current liquidity. Alright? So these are all the tweets. Everyone is going down. Everybody's rushing away from centralized exchanges. Everybody's panicking. If your company is affiliated with FTX, you are affected some way, somehow. Alright? So GGT, Genesis Global Trading, and its crypto lending arm belong to the Digital Currency Group, DCG, the parent company of Grayscale Investments and crypto news outlet CoinDesk. Three Arrows Capital had borrowed $2.4 billion from Genesis Asia Pacific before bankrupting earlier this year. Alright? So early predictions suggest that the DCG may need to dissolve Grayscale's GBTC and Ethereum trusts to help prop up Genesis. So this is why Bitcoin plays a big part here, okay? So whoever who doesn't know what Grayscale and what is GBTC, I'm gonna get into it in a minute. So you can see right here, this is the Genesis derivatives business, okay? It is still currently operating normally, but then it was impacted really heavily, okay? A lot of the people are rushing away from it, causing it to have, shortage of liquidity, and you get the story. So Grayscale declares business as usual despite sister company Genesis Global Capital suspending withdrawals. All right. So because Grayscale Investments and GGC, Genesis Global Capital, they are actually under the same company called Digital Global. Where is it called? DGC. Okay, I'm gonna put it right here. I'm sorry, guys. All right. Digital asset manager Grayscale Investments is seeking to reassure investors they will not be affected by Genesis Global Capital suspending withdrawals in the wake of FTX's collapse. Grayscale announced via Twitter on Wednesday that Genesis Global Capital is not a counterparty or service provider for any Grayscale product. All right. So because they have to release this tweet, because a lot of the people think that their parent company is gonna use Grayscale Investments GBTC to liquidate GBTC to help out Genesis Global Capital. I'm gonna put a flow right here so that you guys can understand clearly. I am bad at explaining stuff. I apologize. Okay, so basically, they are afraid that DGC is gonna use Grayscale to sell all of their GBTC to get liquidity to help out Genesis Global Trading. It is as simple as that. You can see it right here. All right. The digital manager's flagship product, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, a fund in which investors buy shares in order to gain exposure to BTC, was trading at a 39.8% discount to net asset value. Okay. Fears of spillover from Genesis plight are likely to continue. So this right here is on the 16th of November, which is 6 days ago. Okay. So I'm giving you the whole timeline, all right, to what led to Genesis potentially filing for bankruptcy. Even though they say they're not, we know what's going to happen. Okay, it is unclear if DCG, okay, this is their parent company, would have the free reserves to top up Genesis given the size of Genesis balance sheet. This is the reporter, and by implication, if DCG would have to unwind its liquid GBDC product, it will create challenges for the whole set of market participants intertwined with GBTC as collateral. So you can see right here, in order to save Genesis now, Grayscale DCG would have to liquidate some of the GBTC. I hate these words, okay? I hate these short form stuff. It's so hard to pronounce. They will have to liquidate GBTC in order to save Genesis. So right now, a lot of people might wonder, what is GBTC? Why is it affiliated to Bitcoin? Why is it affecting the Bitcoin price? You can see right here. This is the Grayscale main page, okay? So what is Grayscale Investments and what do they provide and why is it so correlated to each other, okay? Grayscale is one of the first securities solely invested and deriving value from the price of BTC. It is like an ETF, it is like a trust fund, okay? But it is solely based in BTC. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is solely and passively invested in BTC, enabling investors to gain exposure to BTC in a form of a security while avoiding the challenges of buying, storing, and safekeeping Bitcoin directly. Basically, you won't hold the coin Bitcoin. You won't hold the actual coin, okay? You hold the Bitcoin shares, and it tracks the movement of Bitcoin. So what you're doing is you're putting money and you're investing in shares of Bitcoin instead of Bitcoin as a whole, okay? You guys will follow me, okay? If you guys still don't understand, I'm gonna find a place for you. I'm gonna put it right here, okay, to explain more clearly for you guys, okay? And this is the reason why Grayscale is also under fire. Why? Because of this. Grayscale refuses to share proof of reserves due to security concerns. Why is this correlated? Because, like I said earlier, in order to save Genesis, DCG might use Grayscale to liquidate their GBDC to help Genesis. So a lot of the investors are actually worried that they might sell off huge amount of Bitcoin, okay, pushing the price down. So a lot of the investors, a lot of the exchanges are actually doing a thing called proof of reserves, where they show what they have, okay, but then Grayscale actually refuses to share, okay. The asset manager running the world's top Bitcoin fund refuses to provide a proof of its crypto reserves over alleged security concerns. Okay, so we kind of know what there has to be something shady behind. I don't know. I'm not gonna pin them. Okay, so let's see their reasons. All right, concerning sharing on-chain wallet information and confirmation data, security concerns. The ongoing panic sparked by others is not a good enough reason to circumvent complex security arrangements. All right, guys. So what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think they should share? Obviously, for me, they should. Why are you not sharing? I have no idea. You must have some shady transactions going on, maybe with Sam Bankman-Fried, you will never know. It is unclear what security concerns Grayscale may have against sharing data from which only its on-chain wallet's public keys could be inferred. All you have to do is share your key, and no one can hack it. No one can take your keys because only you have access to it. So we have no idea why is this a security concern, but hey, I mean, your keys, your crypto, I guess. Grayscale may be more concerned about revealing which addresses its Bitcoin is coming from and which addresses it is sent to. See? Shady stuff. Possibly revealing relationship with undisclosed business partners. Yeah, we know. SBF, what up, boot? What up, dude? Many in the community are concerned that the company may be simply afraid to reveal the under-collateralization on its product, triggering a bank run. Bank run means a mass amount of people withdrawing funds from their exchange, from their product, from their company. Okay, it is something like that, and pushing its value well below the 45% discount it is currently trading at. All right, so all of this stuff right here, all of this stuff from this right here, suspense withdrawal, all right, and declaring that business as usual, to this, refusal to share proof of reserve, actually led to Genesis almost declaring bankruptcy. They might declare in a few days time, a few weeks time, but I guess we'll just have to sit and wait and let the news unfold itself. Things are not looking good for Genesis and Grayscale. Okay, they're currently under fire, and people are panicking, and I'm pretty sure Genesis is the next one on the block. Okay, they have to be. So with that being said, this is the entire Genesis and Grayscale conundrum. I hope you guys understand my video. I hope you guys get a clear picture on why is this such a major news and why does it affect cryptocurrency as a whole. Okay, with that being said, thank you guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Please subscribe to my channel. It will help out a lot, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.